Captain StarLog, December 23rd, 2016. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Captain Foley. Sorry I haven't done a Captain's Log in a while, but it's a hectic time of year. Sammy and myself are both very busy, so you might notice that our content maybe goes down a little bit this time of year, but have no fear, in January things will pick back up. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I haven't done a Captain's Log in a while, but I've been super busy. So glad you guys are all here and you're all enjoying the show and the content, things like that. So I just want to, there's a few things I want to touch on today. I hope you guys are really enjoying the Trekyards. We released the Gunstar this week, which has been very popular. We do want to do a full episode on the Gunstar, but we do need your help in that regard. We have reached one of our Patreon goals, so expect the Prometheus soon from Stargate 1 full episode, as well as the Pegasus, which is on its way from Battlestar Galactica. So those are two Trekyards that are in the works right now, and Sammy and myself are very excited about getting those out there for you guys to see. Anyway, I want to wish you guys a happy holiday Christmas season. Merry Christmas. You know, tomorrow's Christmas Eve after all, and then Sunday's Christmas Day already. It came very fast this year. So I just want to thank you guys for being totally awesome and for, you know, helping out with the channel and watching our content and all that jazz. It means a lot to both Samuel and myself, and yeah, hope you guys have a safe, happy holiday season, New Year's, things like that. Speaking of New Year's, I want to give a shout out to Stephen John Hills. You know who you are. He's a friend of mine from England. He's actually picked me up a JJ Jellyfish, one of the Lego ones. I've got all the other JJ Lego ships. I've got the Enterprise, the Kelvin, and the Klingon ship. But I didn't have the Jellyfish, so he went out and picked that up for me. So thank you very much, Stephen. I want to give him a shout out because on New Year's Eve, December 31st, that's his birthday. So I want to give him a very special birthday greeting from Captain Foley and from Trekyards. It's guys like you that keep this show up and running, and we do it for you guys, and we're glad that you guys are enjoying things, and hope we can keep living up to your standards. So thank you very much, Stephen, for all you've done, and it's great talking to you all the time. So happy birthday to you, and Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, and all that jazz. It's ironic because my wife's birthday is also December 31st, so we don't really do the whole New Year's thing around here, because all her life she's grown up and her birthday parties always turn into New Year's Eve parties, and it kind of overshadows her birthday. So on her birthday we usually do something special, go out for a nice steak dinner, and usually come back home and, you know, get jiggy with it, whatever. Occasionally we have friends over or something like that. I want it to be more focused on her birthday than, you know, New Year's Eve. So Stephen, you share a birthday with my wife, which is very cool, and I told you I'd give you a shout out, and I'm not sure whether I'll be doing a Captain's Log on the 30th, the day before New Year's Eve. We'll have to see. Like I said, it's a busy time of the year for me, so if I don't get a chance to, I'm just giving you this shout out now. Speaking of Christmas parties, my wife works for a great company here in London, Ontario called Start.ca. They provide internet and phone communications for the area. They're a growing company, fantastic company, really focused on their customers, and they had their Christmas party, which was at the old courthouse last weekend, and they did a Secret Santa thing. The person that got her Secret Santa gift really knew her very well, because he actually got this, and this is the Magellan Type 6 shuttle from TNG. And this thing's great. It is actually, if you look on the bottom, it's got a cool little stand. It's angled, so when it sits it looks really aggressive and cool. But you pop it open, and there's actually slots in there for CDs. This is like 20 years old or more. She found out who her Secret Santa was. His name is David Hackett, and he's more of a Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan. So he's had this thing sitting around. Been through a few moves with him. It's kind of sitting in the background, not getting the attention it deserves. So when he found out he got my wife's name, my wife is a huge Star Trek fan, just like I am, big into TNG. So he gave her this, which he's had forever. It was still in the box. I'll grab the box right now. so you guys can see. And this is pretty fantastic. I didn't even know this thing existed. So to get this was awesome. Sylvia's psyched about it. She said I could show it off in the captain's log. And it's gonna sit here for this one. So I'd like to say thank you, David, for that. We'll be finding a home for it where it'll look really good, and it really fits in here with the whole decor. So it's definitely found its place. This is really a cool thing because the silver color, the silver on this is fantastic. The details are fantastic. It says on the front here, Federation issue, which is, it's really cool. It's a neat little thing. I love the silver look. So it's kind of, it's still Sylvia's, of course, but I think we're going to use it. I'm going to probably put my computer games, my Star Trek computer games like Bridge Commander and Armada 2 and things like that in here, so they can be easily accessible. And you set it down, it's got that nice aggressive, stance. Looks really cool, and it's a great addition to this lineup. So, if he's held on to it for 20 years, not really a huge fan of the Star Trek. He's more of a Star Wars fan, so we got a few goodies to shoot his way, which I'll be dropping off to Sylvia's work later today to surprise him with. And these are things from like Nerd Block and Loot Crate. I got him a Han Solo Funko Pop, Chewie beer cozy, and a Rey bobblehead. So as a thank you for really knowing my wife and making her happy for that Secret Santa. It was a fantastic party, by the way, simply amazing. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Hopefully we will be doing some new things in 2017. We're thinking of doing a rebranding of the Trekyards name, kind of a new logo. I'm kind of upgrading things a little bit. So maybe expect that in January. We're not exactly sure how that's going to work, but that's something that we're trying to work on for the new year. So that's something you guys can look forward to. We've also done a public service announcement for the channel, for the Facebook, Trekyards Facebook page. We get a lot of the same problems going on there with people posting too much stuff or not posting things that are appropriate to the channel. I just want to say that the channel or the page is focused on our show specifically and ships and tech in general for Star Trek. Anything else, any general discussion things get removed by the admins or myself, because there are plenty of channels out there that are specifically dedicated to general discussion Star Trek topics. So any general discussion pieces, we'd like you to take those to those kind of channels, because there's a lot of those on Facebook, and we don't want to clutter up our feed with things like that. Like, we're a very specific and very active Facebook group on Facebook. So we have over, let me check the numbers. The Facebook group alone has 14,574 members as of this day. We are getting 20, 30 people requesting to join a day. So there's lots of new people on there. They don't necessarily know the rules. The rules are posted, and a lot of people don't really pay attention to group rules on Facebook, which is fine. We do have an admin team for that. But what we've done with this PSA is to kind of lay out the rules. We're going to post it occasionally. We're posted on links that go off topic. Things like that, because what we want to do is, if a post outlived its usefulness, we're going to lock comments on it so that it doesn't go way off the rails. And we also have all the admins making videos introducing themselves to you guys, to the members of the group, so that it's more of a personal experience for you guys. You get to know the admins, you get to know who you're talking to, who's telling you, they're not faceless overseers dictating what you can do and what you can't do, which has kind of been an issue. So we want to personalize the group, have the admins all have a video introducing themselves. The comments, or the links to those videos will likely be in the comments of the PSA video, which will be on YouTube. And like I said, we're going to post those kind of videos and stuff to the group as needed. so you guys can kind of see who you're dealing with and talking to on a regular basis as far as the admins for the page go. We have over 19,000 members or subscribers on YouTube, so it's a big group, and we're always getting new people in. So there's always new people joining that don't know the rules, and kind of some of them stir up the shit a little bit. The admins do their job, which are based on the rules, and then they get kind of yelled at for doing the, why can't we discuss this, why can't we discuss that. I think people would like to know that. Well, yes, they would, absolutely, but there's other groups for that. There's hundreds, well, maybe not hundreds, but there's lots of groups on Facebook for general Star Trek discussion. We are very focused and driven. We have a specific vision in mind for the page and things like that. So hopefully you guys understand that, and will, that's part of our rebranding, is to do this PSA and these announcement videos from the admins, so that you can get to know who our team is, because we have a fantastic team of people working for us, and they work hard, and we have some great discussions and things in the admin chat. We talk about every issue. Everybody knows what's going on, things like that. So one of the big problems that we do have is JJ bashing in the group. And yes, I know a lot of people don't like JJ. I'm not a huge fan of him myself. There are ways to have discussions and disagreements with people and not be rude or insulting or bullying. And that's one of the things we want to focus on as part of our group, because we want to welcome all people, but we want people feeling safe and secure in our group. We don't want them feeling like they're bullied or they're being called names for liking something that somebody else doesn't like. And that's perfectly fine. It happens all the time with Star Trek. You don't like a particular design, no problem. Just, you can say you don't like it without putting in a rude word or insulting somebody. So, and calling people names and just getting into arguments with people online, it's pointless. So that kind of thing is removed. That's one of the main rules of the group. Just be polite, don't be a dick, is basically what it is. Treat others as you would want to be treated, the golden rule. So that's something I just wanted to highlight here, because it's been kind of a problem lately. But like I said, with a growing group like ours, with the size of it, it's one of the biggest, most active Star Trek groups on Facebook, and we're very proud of that fact, and we want to keep up that good appearance, that good community feel and vibe, so that people feel very welcome in our group. So that's one of the main things. That's going to be part of the rebranding as well. So I just wanted to point that out. Lots more fleet yards on the way. We got some fantastic stuff filmed for mission briefings, and like I said, 2 full episodes at least in the works right now. We got the Prometheus, which the script's written. Samuel and I have to still film it, but that's done. Pegasus is underway, and Samuel's got some great renders and things for that. He's got the actual model from the show, which is hard to render. It's got so many polygons, it takes forever to do, but he's doing some fantastic rendering and things with that. He's really have fun playing with that, so look forward to that episode down the road too, guys. We'll probably do, since we've kind of been hitting our Patreon goals just barely, once we have that regular Patreon income, we can definitely pump out a full Fleet Yards episode once a month. That would be my estimation, and plus the regular Tuesday Fleet Yards mission briefings on just regular all the ships of sci-fi. We have, like I said, we have lots filmed. We've got lots of great ideas for ships, things you might not think of, things that are kind of outside the box, but some fun stuff coming up for that. So yeah. Also, in my last, I don't know if you watch my Nerd Block and Sci-Fi Block unboxings, but in my last Sci-Fi Block, I got this cool Borg Cube, Rubik's Cube, which is pointless because it's just all whatever. But this is much like one of the super cubes that you see in the game Armada, where all the little cubes fuse together to form one huge cube. So I really love this. They kind of created a super cube without even knowing what a super cube was, I don't think. But it's a fun little toy and a nice little, distraction and thing I can fiddle with when I'm antsy or whatever. So I thought that was really cool. And yeah, speaking of Borg episode, there is a Borg Cube episode we've done, which will be coming out sometime soon, and I'm sure you guys will appreciate that too. I've also got a few new show ideas, one of which we've released already with John Eves, talking about unused concept designs, which has been a very popular one and a very fun one to do. It's more of a laid-back kind of discussion piece about designs that haven't been that have been designed but not necessarily used or haven't really been seen by you guys. So that one, I think, that show will really take off, because we get to talk to the designers, why they designed it, why it didn't get used, you know, what they like about it, what they would change, things like that. And I think the first one was really great. It was with John Eves, and it was on his Kobayashi Maru designs that he actually did for the JJ movie for 2009. He did the designs in 2007. If you haven't checked it out, type in Trekyards and Kobayashi Maru in the search bar, and you should find it. If not, I will endeavor to post a link in the description below. If I forget, somebody please remind me, because I'm filming this, I'm not necessarily uploading it today, so I might forget those kind of things. But another thing that I kind of noticed about one of my last Captain's Logs that I did with the Who Would I Cast in Discovery. Speaking of which, there's been some new casting news, but Samuel and myself have covered that in one of our podcasts. So the cast is lining up to be pretty good so far. But I just threw out a bunch of names of actors that I would like to see in Trek, and I got a lot of comments saying, well, you know, that would just blow the budget because they'd want so much money. I understand that. I didn't do it based on realism. I did it based on what I'd like to see. I know that some people would require salaries that would just blow the budget out of the water, and that's fine. It wasn't a realistic list. It was a what-if dream list, and I've noticed that a lot of people don't even really watch the episodes. They just hop on and comment based on the thumbnail or the description. That really bugs me in this day and age. It is a problem. It is a problem. I've kind of done it myself. I've been flipping through, seen a thumbnail with a little caption, and I think I know what they're going for. Sometimes I'll just skip it thinking, okay, I know what they're going to say. Bad idea. It's just the way that the internet works, and our kind of short attention spans with this new millennial thing, with everything instant apps, boom, 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 instant. We have a very short attention span. I've noticed it with my kids too. My youngest one doesn't like to sit down and watch a whole movie, even if he's invested in the movie. There's very few movies he'll actually sit through because of that attention span thing, so it bothers me. So guys, please don't just read the description and look at the thumbnail. Check out the video and watch it to the end, because I usually cover all my points, and then comment. That would be fantastic. So yeah, I think that's basically it. I don't know if there's anything else I really want to talk about today. I've kind of done some rearranging back here. I put up my 25th anniversary Franklin Mint Enterprise, which has replaced the refit that was back there for the longest time. So that's new. I've got some new stuff behind me here. I've got my communicator and my phaser and a few little new things back here behind me, which you guys see in videos all the time. I just wanted to point those out so that next time you're watching an episode, you can kind of look for that kind of stuff and see when things were filmed, which is a behind the scenes thing, which leads me to my next point. Trekyards Declassified group. This is a group of for people that subscribe to our Patreon or for our Indiegogo. It was one of the perks. And that's a behind-the-scenes group where you get footage, you know, videos of myself filming on Skype with Doug Drexler and John Eves, me and Samuel working behind the scenes, how a script goes together, little behind-the-scenes little clips of me working at my desk or doing whatever, and little, not hints per se, but telling you what's coming up. It's for the declassified members only. And if you want to become a member, if you want to subscribe to us on Patreon, you can definitely get that perk. We update it as often as we can, but there's little tidbits and stuff in there that the regular Trekyards page doesn't get, and I think that's something that's really fun. The declassified members seem to really enjoy that, and they learn a lot, and it's just a fun environment because it's, you know, us filming, and, you know, I'm holding my phone up recording it, and you can't really hear what they're saying half the time or whatever, but you can see John Eves on screen with Samuel talking, and, you know, things like that. It gives you a heads up as to what's going on in the world of Trekyards. Also, I don't know if you guys are interested in Transformers, but I recently did a YouTube collaboration with the Old Ass Retro Gamer. We talked about Transformers games. So if you're a fan of Captain Foley or Transformers and you want to check that out, head on over to the channel, the Old Ass Retro Gamer on YouTube, and we just released it like 2 weeks ago. where we talk about our favorite Transformers games and different platforms and things like that, and it's really fun. His name's Chris Pico. He's a great guy. I really want to hang out with him someday. I enjoy watching his content. I watch all of his stuff, and he's had us on the show twice. Once both Sammy and myself were on for a episode about Star Trek games, and then I suggested, oh, when are you going to do one about Transformers games? And he's like, I love Transformers, but I never would have thought of doing that, so thank you. So we collaborated and did a video on that together as well. So I might put a link for that in the description below, again, if I remember. If I don't, please remind me. But if not, just check YouTube, look for the Old Ass Retro Gamer, and it should be in his playlist. It's one of the newest videos. So it was a fun time to do that, and you get to kind of see Captain Foley out of his Captain Foley element and more in his Transformers element. So that's something that was really fun to do, and I really want you guys to check that out if you're able, and help out Chris. Subscribe to his channel. He's got some fantastic shows about video games, older video games and things like that, and it's a great show. I can't say enough about it. He's really cool, and yeah, if anything we can do as a community to help him out as well, please feel free to do that. So anyway, guys, that's it for 2016. Almost. I don't know if I'll be doing another one before the end of the year. Probably not, because like I said, I'm very, very busy. So I'm filming this. I gotta leave in like literally an hour to go do some stuff. So I just thought I'd quickly film this while I had a few free minutes and get this out here. So I want to thank you guys for 2017, for 2 years of Trekyards. It's been fun. It's been great. There's more to come. Look for new stuff in 2017. Like I said, a possible rebranding of the channel. Things like that, and some great content. A lot more Fleet Yards coming out. Fleet Yards is blowing up and becoming a really big thing, and we're really enjoying that. So we're excited over here. There's a lot going on, and if you're able to even message me privately about becoming a member of Declassified group, I can tell you how to go about doing that. It's something that is a fun addition. You can ask on the main page if anybody's a member of it, and they will tell you all the fun stuff that we kind of do back there. And you do get heads up onto what's coming up with the Declassified group. So it's something to consider. Just donating to our Patreon is a big way to get the main way to become a member of that, if that's something you're interested in. And it's always a fun time. So anyway, I feel like I'm kind of rambling, and I'm running out of things to say. I don't know what else I really want to talk to you guys about. I'm looking around, because usually I have like touchstones on things that I want to talk about, but there's nothing. I have my little list here, but there wasn't really much on it. So again, a big birthday greetings, or birthday congratulations to Stephen John Hills. Looking forward to talking to you about sending over that jellyfish soon. This should be an interesting addition to my Lego lineup, or Creo, I guess. It's not Lego. But also, oh, there's a few other things. I've got a few gifts in the mail from you guys, and I want to thank you guys so much. I don't know names specifically. Somebody sent me a shirt that's got a picture of the Enterprise, and it says, "Risk is our business," which I haven't worn for an episode yet, but it fits great. I can't remember who sent it to me. I've gone through my private messages, because they said they were sending me something. They're sending me a shirt, and they sent it. They assumed that I was about the same size as them, and they were perfectly right. It fits beautifully. So thank you very much. I also got an ugly Christmas sweater, a Star Trek Christmas sweater from one of you guys. I have no idea who. There was no name on it. So thank you. If you guys want to send anything my way, just private message me, and we can talk about that. So yeah, I want to thank you guys. You're so fantastic, and it's been a great holiday season so far. Busy as hell. Still not finished everything I need to do, but wouldn't be Christmas without being busy, I guess. So sorry for going to be dropping some of the content over the past month, but that can be expected this time of year. Unfortunately, once January strikes, we got 2017, a new year ahead of us. We are going to be pumping out lots of new stuff and keeping our regular schedule as well. So I'm looking forward to adding new people to the page, new people to the group, and just welcoming new Trekyards members, and having a really fun time. So hopefully you guys are having fun. Anyway, have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, safe holiday season, a safe New Year's Eve. Don't drink and drive, guys. Be smart. We want to see you guys in 2017. And that's it, I guess, from Captain Foley for today. So thank you for tuning in. And yeah, have a good one, guys. All the best to you and yours. Bye-bye, everybody.